Let's take a quick look of creating Cosmos DB. So go to the resources. You will see that I'm already having the list this Cosmos DB here. Just click on that and just create the one that you want to have. Okay, first of all, you have to choose your subscriptions because I'm using the free trial. And you have to create a resource group. In case you don't have any, just create that one resource group. I'm creating DP200. So, and you have to give the name of the account. You can you can choose this account as, let's say, DB some ABC. You can see that it does not allow any kind of hyphen. So name should be even the name can contain only lowercase letters, numbers, and the hyphen characters, and they must be between 3 to 44 characters. So DP 200. So just name this. This name is not available. Since this is a global one, you cannot have this name. DB. So I think, yeah, this one is available. Notebook preview will not at this moment. We don't want to have that. API that you have chosen, as we discussed, that there's 5 to 6 APIs. There is one more which is available. It's the core SQL, that is basically for if you want to have the JSON like. Cosmos DB for MongoDB, it's for the document. Cassandra for the columnar. Azure table for the Azure table related. Gremlin is for the graph. So accordingly, as per your requirement, you can choose which API or which kind of underlying database you want to have it. So here is the location that you have to choose it. Which locations? So I'm in the Australia, so I'll be choosing the Australia East. So most important part is they're the last, the last four is the most important for which particular account type that you want to have it, whether it is for the the productions or non-productions. So at this moment I'll be creating the non-production. Geo redundancy and multi geo redundancy and the availability zone, these two are very important in terms of building the high available infrastructures for this Cosmos DB. So geo redundancy is like you can span you can have the the data replica of this particular Cosmos DB to other regions also. You can enable the multi-write regions as well. That means more than one region can be enabled as for the write purpose. But as of now, we'll just enable this geo redundancy, wherein we can have the one single write regions and multiple read replicas. So just next one is networking. You have to choose whether you want to have your mm, mm, you have created our VNets or not. So it's will keep it as a default one, the all networks. Encryptions that you can choose with the service by default is the service managed key. Tag, if you want to put it any kind of tag or not. So this is how you can just go ahead and review and create it. So this is going to a bit time. So I'm just pausing this video as of now. Now we have the Cosmos DB. So uh, let's see. Let's take a look at this one. Now, let's take a look at what the data replication that we have set. And this is the data replication. So far, we have not configured multi region write. So currently it's the single region write. It will be write region is the Australia region, and the Australia Southeast is the another read region that we have chosen. So in case if you want to increase the availability of your data to other users who are into some altogether different regions. In that you can choose it. So what you can do, you just have to select it. Let's suppose you are Japan East, you want to select it, and Brazil South that you have selected. So in this way you can this read replica, which is the Japan East and the Brazil South, or whatever is written into this Australia right region, it will traverse through the Australia Southeast, Japan East, and the Brazil South as well. So this is how you can increase your reach to your data. So you can just save it. As of now, I'm not doing that because it will take pretty much time to replicate and all that. So another option is the manual failover and automatic failover. Just click on the automatic failover. You can say it's not currently enabled, so you can enable the automatic failover. What will happen in this case, the one that you have chosen for the data replications, in case the Australia East region becomes unavailable, this priority that you have said, this is Australia Australia Southeast, it will become the right region as well as the read region. If you have added one more thing, this particular Australia Southeast will become the right region, and the Japan will be the east. So in case this Australia East region goes off, so this will be automatically done by the Azure itself. We don't have to do anything. But yes, in case of the manual failover, you have to do a manual failover, wherein you have to choose it to which region you want to failover to. So this is how it can be done manually as well as the automated failover as well. So let me go back. Sorry, I just clicked on this. Okay, now let's take another thing, which is the default consistency. So we talked about the five consistency level, but default one is the session. This is the default consistency level. But as per your requirement, you can choose whether you want to have the strong consistency level or the bounded staleness or consistent prefers or the eventual one. Regarding the security, firewall, the virtual nets, you can have your get the connectivity via all networks, or you can choose the selected networks. Within the selected networks, you have the options to whether you want to have the access for only the, via virtual network itself, or you can put it the some firewall rules for the using your CIDR range as well. So by default, if you want, I can just add my API. That means it will be accessible via my current API itself. So this is how it can be done for this firewall and virtual networks. One more important point that I want to cover is, which is being part of the exam. Sometimes it's being asked in the exam, is the kind of the diagnostic settings. So what you can have the enable this diagnostic setting. Just you can just have to create it, and you have to add whatever the settings that you are specifying, the list of the categories of the platform, what all the logs that you want to place to which locations. Like if you want to have the data plan request and all these logs, whether you want to have into to stream it to some event hub, or you want to archive to a storage account, or you want to send it to the log analytics. So basically, generally what we do, we send it to the log analytics, where we can just query and do some kind of activity onto the log to check what is happening with our data database. So this was the another important aspect for this diagnostic setting. So most important from the exam perspective that you have to, I'll talk about in the next slide, that the important points that we have to consider in terms of the Cosmos DB. So that's it for now. Thank you very much. Thanks.